tell that nobody care.
Okay.
You're the only one who not care.
Okay.
Yes.
Ready?
Who is in my earrings? Look how nice they are.
Yes. Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
Now, we do coaching calls on Skype, and we're doing quite a lot lately. And there's one thing that I've noticed that's a very common theme, and probably 95% of the calls. And the question that the guy wants to know is, what agency should he use, or what approach should he take to dating? And what's the answer that we always say?
Well, it depends.
So it depends, right? There's not one size that fits all. Now, you may watch videos online of some of these agencies that says that their approach is the best approach, but there is no best approach, right? And this is a thing that we try to get guys to understand. And when we do these calls with you guys, we ask, like, where are you from? What are you looking for? Like, what's your style? Have you been over to Ukraine before? Do you want to use an agency? Do you want to use smaller agencies? And then you can come up with a plan which is suited for you. Because and I'll give you an example, okay? When I went on my first tour over to Ukraine, there was about 25 odd guys. And some of the guys were young. The youngest guy, I think, was like 27. He was quite young. And the oldest guy was like 73. Now, how the hell was that going to work for everyone? It's simply not. And that was the problem, is that there's, maybe there's 100 women there or 120 women that you're going to meet. But how can that even make any sense that it's going to be beneficial for everyone? There's going to be little segments that's going to be beneficial for some people. So it really just depends. What do you think?
Yeah, remember last call, because I'm with my book where that I fulfill while the calls, and I usually ask about 10 questions, and the guys usually they start answering automatically. And one of the guys was telling about Kyiv, that he's going to Kyiv and he only he think that Kyiv is the best option. It's convenient because he landed in Kyiv, and I understand there is many benefits into the big cities. It's easy to get there, so it's more likely that you will get somebody who speaks English there, more easy. And then I asked him these 10 questions, and I was kind of looking at him, and he said, do you think I shouldn't go to Kyiv? So I didn't even tell him that, because I was discussing which city he should go. And he was like, do you think I shouldn't go to Kyiv? And I said, yes, I think that Kyiv, according to where you live, what you do for a living, what is your lifestyle, what are your plans for the future, how often you can travel, how far is the school, how far is that, Kyiv is not an option for you. And he actually, I explained to him that it is not that difficult to travel. I told him about another city where he should go and where he will be successful. He immediately contacted that agency, and he, by the way, is very pleased with the result. And I'm sure that if he would take the trip to Kyiv, for example, as he's seen that, and now after the call, that he will go to the cities that I recommend him.
Yeah.
If he would compare, he would if there would be chance that he do both of these trips, he would understand that my advice was right. So the answer is all depends on you, of what you want, of what you're looking for, and especially the biggest point I want to say, it's depends on your lifestyle and where you live.
Yeah, we did 2 calls almost back to back on Sunday. And then there were 2 completely different people. One guy, he'd already used some agencies over here, and we recommended a different agency because I believed that it was time for him to really get it sorted. I think that he'd sort of wasted enough time. So we gave, and I can't remember who we gave another agency. Oh yeah, that's right. And so we gave another one to somebody else who was more suited to him and what he was looking for and the age of the ladies that he was looking for.
Now the interesting that the other guy who was doing it 3 times with the same place, with the same agency, and he was not happy with that. He didn't got good result. He got very bad feelings, but he just didn't know it was the easiest option for him to get. It was almost like booking with the one click. And maybe it was his kind of not a problem, but he he didn't want to do more research, and maybe we was not because before then, and there was nobody who would tell him that, hey, actually it's not that difficult and you can go to another places as well easily.
There's no one telling him that. There's someone telling him, no, just come again, this time's different, give me your money, this time's but really it wasn't going to work for him, and that's all it was. He just didn't know, and that's the problem. You just don't know, that's it. So if you're thinking of asking that question, which is the best agency, which some people do ask in the comments, what's the best agency and what's the best city to date in, the answer is always going to be the same.
Just give us a call and we will
No, what's
give
the
you-
answer? You have to say it.
Ah, the answer is all depends.
We'll try that again. I thought it was quite a good ending in my... So if you're thinking about asking
What
that...
we should say about the call.
I want to do this. I think it's a good ending. So if you're wondering about what is the best agency to go to or the best place to go to, what's the answer?
Well, it depends.
See you guys next time.